up, Sauce Gang, and welcome back to the channel. Hot Sauce Beats here with a banger reaction for you because something insane just dropped, and I'm talking about LDShadowLady, aka Lizzie, just dropped Empires the Musical. That is right, our minds are blown. Now fam, Empire Season 2 comes out, I believe, next week, and this is the best absolute way to kick that off by doing, I think this is like a Season 1, she turned into a highlight musical. Like, she is a genius, and she has a great voice. In the Blue Oxalotl in Empires, we gotta hear her sing, and it's really good. But fam, before we jump into this, make sure you show her some love, please, by subscribing to her channel. And if you enjoy my reaction, please help support the channel by smashing that subscribe and like button. It's absolutely free, and it greatly helps out the channel. But enough talking. Let's get to reacting and roll that bomb message.
Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Eat, sleep, make beats. Eat, sleep, make beats.
Hot Sauce Beats. Woo woo. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. I'm loving it. Dude, I don't even know what to expect. It's gonna be crazy. I wonder if this is gonna be animated or Ocean Queen Edition. Ooh. Very wavy. Yeah, water, wavy.
Once upon a time, there was a girl who had a dream. She longed to reign over each pond, lake, and stream. She said, every last river and the deep blue sea, all of it one day will belong to me.
She's a poet and she didn't even know it. Ba-boom.
They'll all call me Lizzie, the Ocean Queen. And when I'm in power, I'll live in a tower, in a palace of prismarine. And true to her word, she got in her boat and bravely sailed away. But no empire, let alone one that floats, could ever be built in a day. Made an island of lily pads.
How'd that look?
Pretty.
Okay. Is this whole thing, is this legit a musical? Bro, I didn't know what to expect. I just thought it was like 40, what? Oh my, okay. I'm more prepared now. I didn't know what to expect. This is a musical. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Bring it, Lizzie.
Parrot, my first loyal subject. I might have slightly
This is gonna be awesome.
Axolotl, royal guards, trained him up to fight real hard. And I dreamt of my own future palace, but first I had to build it from prismarine.
Prismarine.
Made a death trap, guardian farm.
How'd that
Oh my
go?
God, chat, this is gonna be something special.
Found people to work in the market. They may have been abducted. Swapped fish that I'd caught for some emeralds, then for quartz. And I planned out my own future palace, which soon would be constructed.
Chat, can we appreciate the insane hard work she did? She turned her season into a freaking musical. Like, is anyone comprehending what she did here?
From
Prismarine. Prismarine.
So I gathered all my blocks, cobblestone.
Chat, I'm gonna be singing that. I'm just gonna be going to the, the gas station, grocery store. Prismarine.
And moss and rocks to make myself a sturdy base. Then came the tower and spiral staircase. Robbed a reef of all its coral.
How'd that feel?
Kind of
Is that
immoral.
Joey?
To build a
was
dome.
Joey.
Then add to that an axolotl habitat. It has problems, to speak the truth. Spawning mobs and a leaky roof. But still it's the most glorious thing
room.
And I live here with Sir Strawberry and Lady Marceline in my palace of Prismarine.
Marine.
Prismarine.
Marine. I'm loving this chat. And this is just the beginning. Oh, come on. So it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, maybe 14 songs, chat. Dude, how'd she make this?
Just across the pond grew a kingdom like no other. And the Ocean Queen would learn that the ruler was her brother. Jimmy, the Codfather, had a plan to make a dime by having a monopoly on all the service slime. In the Grimlands lived Whip, an explosives engineer, who mostly cares for salmon, the only fish he holds dear.
Oh, he likes salmon. He likes salmon, all right.
A rivalry between the two had caused a great divide.
Great
To
divide.
condone cod or support salmon, one must now
blood.
decide.
Godfather. Chat, I'm just calling this now. I can already tell. All right, so we're 5 minutes into this. You have to assume the rest of the 42 minutes or 37 minutes is gonna go just like this. This Lizzie's doing something special here, chat. This could be her mecha invention, creation. This could be it.
Come gather round, I'll tell you a tale of action, deception, anger and betrayal. This was the moment when the cod war began. Everybody's calling
Come on,
it
Lizzie.
the great salmon scam. Someone had meddled with my royal guards. Whip made a trip, left a calling card. A stranger swam by, he was probably a spy. So I put him in a bucket and I quarantined the guy. It's the perfect plan. The great, great, great salmon scam.
Put him in a bucket and quarantine the guy. That's so good.
I'd a knife whip
watching
and line
us.
my pockets too. I would make a trade. I needed rocket fuel. He wanted some salmon, so I went and caught a ton. Traveled to his home, and so a deal could be done. I showed him my home. He said that it sufficed. He gave me the fuel.
They make the wings go fly fly.
Then we flew off and put the
Wings go
salmon in a
fly-fly.
lake. Little did he know that he had made a big mistake.
Oh yeah, because this is when she did she put salmon in there? I think right.
It's the perfect plan. The
she takes
great,
them all. Yeah, she takes them all.
great salmon scam.
That's right. So I'm also noticing, I think she's using the titles of her episodes too. Yes, because yes, this was called The Great Salmon Scam. Yep. Salmon. Thank you, Axolotls.
I had to tell my sibling that it was all on track. So I went to see him in his empty shack. Led him to the lake, then he said,
Start the hunt.
let my axolotls loose so they could have some lunch. Whip got revenge, a final act of malice. Flying monstrosities all around my palace. A train of airborne salmon from the scene of the crime. The cod war may continue for a long, long time. An imperfect plan. The not so great salmon
Hands up,
scam.
chat. Get those hands up. Woo!
Alas, the cod war was not the only conflict to be seen. More trouble was brewing that involved the Ocean Queen. Deep inside the jungle, the lost empire lies, ruled by Joey, a chaotic and most mischievous guy. Meanwhile, in Mythland, Lord Sausage formed a guild, where customers could pay to have their rivals killed. This is the tale of how these rulers those paths crossed.
Both done it. This is good.
When the queen found that one of her ocean kin was lost. Isn't this an awful piece of news to start the day?
The vibes of this too, chat. Like this song right here, I can just I'm envisioning like a Western showdown draw, like pew pew, you know, pew pew. That's gun sounds, pew pew. But this was one of my favorite parts of Empires, was when Joey and Lizzie got double crossed, both got killed because they both hired they both hired Sausage to kill them, each other, and he did.
I heard that Joey took my axolotl far away, and while in flight that evil thief did tumble off the tower, but still he took my baby boy, my darling little flower. So I left my empire and I took a jungle trek. I found his central temple and I stormed right up the steps. Angered by his insolence and driven to a rage, I stole the tiger blood prince and I put him in a cage. I spotted Joe spying, so I put him to the test. Let us meet at sundown in the desert to the west. Nobody gets hurt and we still both get our own way, he said.
If you try any funny business, there'll be hell to pay.
Oh no, you didn't just threaten me, Joel. No, you didn't.
I went to visit Sausage in his empire to the south, a place where many enter but few ever make it out. He laughed and he said,
"Welcome to the Assassin's Guild."
I informed him of the standoff and I said, "Have Joey killed." At sundown by the desert rail tracks.
Oh, I love this episode so much.
And we got our babies back. Then Sausage the assassin shot us both stone dead. He said he double-crossed me, then he tossed me Joey's head.
What was this one called? The standoff? Oh, was that what it was called?
We both got what we wanted and we got what we deserved. In our selfishness, we both forgot to self-preserve. And so a double murder somehow brought us back together. And now our pair of empires can live in peace forever.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say together.
Right?
Uh-oh.
The Ocean Queen would focus on her enemies no longer. She started forming plans to make her empire stronger. An alliance with Mazalia, the scorched and bone-dry mesa, may bring the heir of royal birth that one day would replace her. And luckily, King Joel had developed quite a crush. The thought of the queen next door was enough to make him blush. So one day, King Joel sailed up to her land to invite her on a boat ride, then ask to take her hand.
Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, this was so good. This was so good.
You could say it's a date,
No, that's a boat.
a cause to celebrate.
Beans? Beans, you're singing? Beans! Let's go! Chat, so this is so good. This is, I think this was called the not real love. I think the royal wedding. I think that was this episode. Anyway, this is so good.
Keeps us afloat.
I've just always felt so
It's like classic,
close
it's like a
to
little
you.
jazzy, you know?
You live next door, so I suppose
LIZZIES?
that's
I don't know.
true.
You know what I'm
In
trying to say.
Japan, they call it koi.
Isn't that a type of fish?
Italians say amore.
That's a type of eel.
I guess what I mean is that I wanted to say I can't express how good you make me feel. This could be love. Real, real love.
Oh, sing it, Joel. Win her heart.
Real, real, real. Real, real, real love.
Woo! I remember that car.
Let's make our kingdom stronger.
Make weapons. Go to war?
Just stand right on this spot here.
Sure, but what's it for?
This part when he drops down the ring.
I just need the ring.
I'm incredibly confused. Why is it raining scaffolding?
You've stolen my heart.
How much health have you got?
My
This
love
was
runs
so cool.
deeper than the ocean.
So a few dozen blocks.
I'm saying there's an awful
That
lot
was cool.
of fish
And so that was made with concrete powder, and I've never seen that trick before. That was so freaking
in the
cool.
sea, but there's always only been one for me. This could be
Joel's such a
love.
sweetheart, chat.
Real, real love.
Love, yeah.
Real love. Lizzie, will you marry me?
Yes!
Oh, and they lived happily ever after.
In order for the Ocean Queen's marriage to be true, she had to gather 4 things: old, new, borrowed, and blue. She needed help to find them for her wedding day parade. And so, the future bride went to visit all her bridesmaids.
Yeah. All the other ladies on the server. What's this?
I set my sights on a piece of fruit, rare and gold, enchanted to boot, with pearl the gilded farmer by my side. After hours on our sandy quest, killing creepers and searching chests, Pearl said,
Lizzie, I've had one the whole time.
when our skills are combined, there is nothing we can't find. Next I
Calm it
need
down,
an
girl.
item too, and so in hope of something new, I went to visit Gem at Crystal Cliffs. The trip was over in a hurry.
All right, chat. So we're roughly about a third of the way through. What are you guys thinking so far? She had to film this season with this in mind, right? Like, some of this doesn't seem like it's 100% from like the video. So I wonder, like, did she film this while she was making the season? So she had this in mind the whole time, which genius. Let's just call Lizzie what she is. She's a genius. This is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh, let's get back to it.
I've lots of something new, don't you worry. She gave to me a shot of amethyst. When our paths are aligned,
Tell me they're
there
gonna
is
do some
nothing
synchronized
we
dancing.
can't find. I'll treat them with care. It's the moment for a fanfare, for I'll marry my Mazalian fiancé. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. All to wear upon my wedding day. 2 now down, the 3rd soon followed. This time it was something borrowed from the overgrown where flowers bloom. Catherine said, "Follow me this way." Then she led me to the case at the center of her treasure room. When our friends all come through, there is nothing we
Such a
can't
pretty
do.
crown.
Finally came number 4, the end of my pre-wedding tour. The undergrowth to talk to Shrub the Gnome, where the shortest one among us said, "Here, have some warped fungus." Victorious, I made my way back home. I'll hold them all close. It's
Come on,
the
come on,
time
let's
to
get another
make
dance.
a toast.
Come on.
For I'll marry my Mazalian fiancé. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Something old, something new, something borrowed. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. All to wear upon my wedding day.
Yeah, in the blood church. In the blood church. Their wedding's in the blood church. The Church of Blood. The Church of the Blood Sheep, right? Isn't that what it's called? Church of the Blood Sheep?
On the wedding day, all came bearing
This is
gifts,
when we found out about
including matching tridents bestowed by Pixel Riffs,
Zornoff.
the Pixandrian nomad known as the Copper King, who wandered round the world trading just about anything. But one uninvited guest had descended
Zornoff.
on the church to cast infernal darkness from upon his lofty
Oh,
perch.
you evil
Zornoff
Zornoff.
was a demon, hell-bent on destruction, intent on cloaking kingdoms
about
with
to
his
bust
blood-red
down?
corruptions.
Is he about to bust
So
down?
now we must part from our tale of romance to follow the pace of a diabolical dance.
I'm the vision from all your nightmares. I'm the source of all your screams. I torture and I paralyze. I crush all of your dreams.
Chat, do you know who's doing Zornoff's voice? And who even was, like, in real life, who played Zornoff on the server? That's something I never even thought about asking, so I'm just kind of confused.
I'm the baddest around, I assure you. The destroyer of your world. So you think you can escape me? Think again, my little girl. It takes two to tango.
Is it Tango? Is that who does it? Is that like a little inside joke? Because he says it takes two to tango, so we know it's
So
Tango.
let me count you in. You're on your feet, so dance along. Come join my world of sin. You treat me with indignation, but the truth is so thinly veiled. The might I possess, it allures you. The greed in you prevails. That power you've always dreamt of. It could be yours one day.
Oh yeah, Zornoff. He's selling it, chat.
You think again, my protege. It takes two to tango. So
Don't listen to him.
let me count you in. You know the steps of
Are they
dance
tangoing?
along. Come join my
are.
world of sin. To you, I am a compulsion.
So he is selling Sausage and Joey his Webalize. And so right here, I think's when him and Joey become boyfriends. But if I was your boyfriend, I'll never let you go.
You're spellbound by my smile.
Justin Bieber for you if you
Give
couldn't
up
tell.
control to me now. I'll possess you for a while. You lust for domination. I torment you and you fawn. You think you want the truth now. Think again, my little pawn. It takes two to tango, so let me count you in. You hear the beat, so dance along. Come join my world of sin. I seep into each recess, devour each shred of.
And so here's stuff too. So I didn't see, which I'm hoping this covers. I didn't see Dang That's a Long Name's POV with Zornoff, because I think they battled it out.
I linger for eternity. You bind me, I cut the rope. I've got tendrils in this planet.
Scott's not vibing
Drive
with
me
this.
back, I'll reappear. You think you can contain me? Think again, my brother dear. It takes two to tango, so let me count you in. It's in your blood, so dance along. Come join my world of sin.
That reminds me of Scar off of Lion King when he did his song. Right? Uncle Scar, wasn't that his name?
Meanwhile, the Ocean Queen made two discoveries. The first was an ancient tome containing many prophecies.
Airborne to the ocean empire, the resolution of a never-ending feud brings unimaginable chaos that will destroy the world.
The second tome told the legend of the Ocean Orb, which the Queen vowed to find and add to her treasure hoard. Her ally from House Blossom then provided her some intel. The orb's current owner was was Scott of Rivendell. The elf had ventured far from his empire of snow and stumbled upon the queen in her underwater grotto.
Uh-oh. Here we go, here we go. Oh, yes, yes, yes! So this is like probably, arguably, everyone's favorite scene / part of Empires. It was the episode called Blue Axolotl, and Scotty and Lizzie are about to sing. So I wonder if she's gonna do a new one or if it's just gonna play the real thing. Deal with destiny. I gotta deal with destiny.
Feast your eyes as I share.
Okay, so
my
they're doing it
glorious
again.
wares, the precious antiques, they're exquisitely rare.
So this is the
a
song.
magical ink sac, some ancient bamboo, a dish of deliciously devilish stew. Make up your mind, what fabulous find will it be?
I don't suppose you have any glorious footwears.
I've got a fishing rod, an enchanted book, an iron ingot and a tripwire hook,
Yes,
a
sir.
handcrafted stick and
Yes,
a
sir.
powerful bow, a dinosaur bone and a tasty potato. Make up your mind, what fabulous find will it be? I've got a deal with destiny, a bargain with fate.
I mean, don't you just get like Disney vibes, A, throughout this whole musical, and B, during this? Like, Lizzie, I'm so proud of her. This is seriously on another level.
This business is bound to profit me as long as that fool takes the bait.
I mean, that's all very nice. It's all very well, but I've got
actually has a
those
pretty decent
things
voice.
at Rivendell. I'm hoping for something a little bit new. Those boots over there look like they could do. I've made up my mind. That fabulous find is for me.
They're just old leather,
Come
but
on.
one man's trash is another man's treasure. They're yours.
I actually meant the shinier pair. Would they be something you're willing to spare? You know I like diamonds, you know I love gold, and teal just suits me, or so I've been told.
And teal just suits me.
I made up my mind, that fabulous find is for me.
For me.
I've got a deal with
destiny.
a bargain with fate.
With fate.
This business is bound to profit me as long as that fool takes the bait.
The baits. Woo.
That sounds fair, but what about me? I'm a generous soul, but I don't give for free. Rivendell has such a lot in its coffers. Surely there's something of worth you can offer.
Of course, I've got the oldest wood from the tallest pine.
Yeah, tallest pine.
The toughest stone from the deepest mine.
Deepest mine.
The purest snow from
Purest
the
snow.
highest peak.
Highest
The
peak.
softest wool from
Softest
the
wool.
fluffiest sheep.
Fluffiest sheep.
Make up your mind. What fabulous find will it be?
How about that road?
Not a chance.
How about the owl?
Absolutely not.
That thing looks interesting.
What thing?
That thing in your hand, you've been holding it this whole time.
Oh,
about to become
this
Blue
piece of
Axolotl.
I mean, valuable treasure.
Yes, that's what I want.
So, do we have a deal?
Deal.
I've got a deal with
deal
destiny, a
with
bargain with fate.
With
This
fate.
business is bound to profit me. Now that this fool's made a deal
gonna say
with
take the bait.
destiny, a
They
bargain with
harmonize
fate.
so well.
This business is bound to profit me. Now that this fool took the bait.
Bait. Let's go. That was so good.
The orb began to glow a strange and eerie hue. Then the queen grew gills and fins, and then her
Became an
skin turned
axolotl.
blue. She'd found the orb and got her wish. But how was she to know it would turn her to a fish?
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
I've got to deal with destiny. I've bargained with fate. This business is bound to the prophecy. Am I the fool? Have I just made a mistake? Over in the mesa, Joel was sitting by his dock when something from the water came and gave him quite a shock. The heiress of the ocean flicked her tail with a swish and asked him, "Would you still love me if I was a fish?" While the queen explained the situation to her lover, the other rulers united to take on Scott's demon brother. A plan was hatched by 6 of them to bring him down for good, while Zornoff, none the wiser, terrorized the neighborhood.
Pop into my hand and I'm feeling right.
Can you imagine? Corpse! 100% Corpse should be singing Zornoff. Bruh, can you fathom? I'm not gonna lie. I'm disappointed that I thought of this and it's not a thing. Cause now I just want Corpse to sing Zornoff.
On the land and it's in my sights. World domination soon to be mine. No cooperation, well that's fine. It means I'm a for Big Daddy so that's what they call me.
Ah, that should be Corpse! I know you guys are degree 2, cause now that you hear it, you can't unhear it.
You're gonna see more of your old friends Zornoff. Your land, I'll never return to the boredom I was born of.
Scott's in the library getting kinda wise. Says he's got a plan for Zorzor's demise. Zorny doesn't care though, says he isn't scared. So read a book, try your luck. Zorny really doesn't give a
Doesn't give a fudge nugget.
Never showed up to my graduation. First demon high school, then demon college. Where do you think I got all of this demon knowledge? Demon university.
Zornoff went to Demon College, Demon University, top of every class.
Top of every class, you think you can catch me in a little bit of glass. Okay, you caught me embellishing my lore. I don't need exaggeration, I'm the champion of XOR. You're gonna see more of your old friends,
Zornoff.
You'll learn I'll never return to the boredom I was born of.
Look what they're doing now, writing out a spell. The demon from the east is going back to hell. Got a list of things that'll make Zord cower. They've got the smarts and they've got more power.
If you want parallel Zornoff's got some. I've got more punch than a Zornoff shotgun. I've got more action than Die Hard 2.
Whoa, hold on. Don't bring Die Hard 2 into this. What'd John McClane ever do? What'd Bruce Willis ever do? Let them be. Let them be.
Your infections a try-hard crew. You're gonna see more of
Zornoff.
Trap him in a cell and keep him off the streets.
your old friends Zornoff.
Listen to him yell, they're taming the beast.
You'll learn I'll soon return.
Charm like Halliwell, never be released.
And then this world will
Yeah, heading back to Rivendell, cooking up the feast.
So Zornoff had been crystallized and finally subdued. Scott hosted a banquet with good cheer and gourmet food. There was cake, meat, and pickles, a mysterious stew. But then a big announcement caused disorder to ensue.
The new crown,
Whip
if I
had
remember
forged
correctly.
a crown to rule them all for a time.
One crown to rule them all.
Whoever wore it could make the others fall into line. The trouble was, every ruler thought they deserved to have it, and in a show of force,
this is when
took
she
a
makes the
step
cake
forward
bakery.
to grab it.
I think she's the second person to get it, if I remember correctly.
So the feast turned to chaos, it was carnage, and against all the odds. Jimmy
job,
was
Lizzie. Seriously, her
coronated,
voice is so good.
made an order to build a lake for our cod. As a loyal seedling, I set off to grant his wish, looking for abandoned and neglected little fish. The crown, Jimmy wears the crown. Jimmy.
And if I remember correctly, Jimmy made it. Everyone had to have a cod pool, right? You had to have a little cod on your island or your land with cod? A little pond with cod. Pond cod.
Where's the crown?
Cod pond? Cod pond?
After that, Scott took over, stopped us flying, said we should take a stroll. But his reign didn't last long, he was thwarted by my husband, King Joel. Everyone must wear his skull so we all look alike. If we don't obey him, then he says we'll have to die. The crown. Joel now wears the crown. Joel now wears the crown.
Joel now wears the crown.
Joel now wears the crown.
Joel now wears the crown.
While all the other rulers were still fighting for control, the Ocean Queen reflected on her own global role. She decided that she'd share the Ocean Empire's rich traditions while charging all her visitors a fee for their admission.
Oh, the puns! The puns are here! The puns have arrived! This was one of my favorite episodes. Ocean tours.
Didn't have a formidable army, didn't have a big population, so I made a guided boat tour. Hop in, give a small donation. First stop is a Mazzalian campsite, where King Joel's journey commenced. Though camping is not for everyone, 'cause it's really intense.
The puns have started. Camping's not for everyone. It's really intense. Intense. Intense.
Welcome to my ocean tour. We'll sail across the sea for sure. Watch with awe, let the scenery sink in. All aboard. What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
So this is also like a cover remix copy of a really old song from the 90s. Really good. I think it's from the 90s.
Medieval spies here for surveillance. I've already met one of these charmers. Took his uniform home to polish. Had a night in shining armor. Then one of our bolder attractions. Totally natural, I didn't plan it.
Oh yeah, and wasn't Joe? I forgot. Wasn't Joe's rule? Everyone had to have his head off with his head. I think everyone had to have Joe's head.
Rocks, they're all pure diorite.
So next is gonna be the
take them
bakery.
for granted. Come one, come all from far and wide. It feels so freeing being untied. Watch
So
with
proud of
awe,
Lizzie. This is
so
good.
much to drink in. All aboard. The library's all fully booked, so we'll head back to land. What's up, Doc? Leave a 5-star fish review and exit by the gift shop. You're welcome for my ocean tour. We sailed across the sea for sure. Watched with awe, let the scenery sink in. We explored, so much to drink in. Now we're moored, the guest book's hinting. Exit starboard. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Meanwhile, Joel was bored of bossing others around, so he devised a game show to give away his crown. He forced them to compete in a series of tests to see who among them would prove to be the best. The Ocean Queen won, and became the new master, which might have ended up being a recipe for disaster. But actually, her new law was really quite sweet. It required milk, sugar, eggs, and wheat.
We're getting close, Chad.
I struggled through the trivia. I found a glowing sack. Made a truce with Pearl and Catherine. Then I stabbed them in the back.
In the back?
And with my foes defeated, the crown was mine to take. So I looked upon my subjects, and I laughed, and I said, let them eat cake.
Let there be cake, chat.
Let them eat cake.
Let there be cake.
And if that wasn't cruel enough, I had a master plan.
She's gonna open a bakery and just try and scam everyone, because you have to come to her for the cake.
I'd build an island bakery, cash in on the demand. I gathered my ingredients, I taught a friend to bake. Then I waited for my subjects, and I laughed, and I said, let them eat cake. Let them eat cake.
Let there be cake.
But then I got suspicious of the ones who didn't buy. So I made a cake enforcer,
something in this spy.
and I headed out to spy.
Big brain right there, Chad. Big brain.
I saw no lawbreakers, but I may have caused a raid. After that,
I love that.
foolish error, my dear villagers, they
Joey gets it
paid.
next, if I remember correctly.
I flew to the palace and grabbed my bow,
'cause she leaves it on a villager.
to prove that I could be a hero. But despite how hard I tried, a few of my poor people died. And Joey kicked me when I was down.
Yes.
He swooped in and he stole my crown. I know now it was a mistake when I looked upon my subjects and I said, I'm deeply saddened to announce the tragic loss of my crown. We will forever remember the light and joy that it brought to the Ocean Empire before it was so cruelly snatched away by Joey. Oh, and also, it seems that a number of villagers have mysteriously, at no fault of mine, passed away. Rest in peace. But on the bright side, I'm pleased to announce that my time as crown ruler was a huge success, resulting in a 5,000% increase in cake consumption. Ocean's blessings to all those who support me for the Empire's sake, and to those who dare cross me, I have 4 words. Let them eat cake.
Oh, then Joey makes his raptors, right?
With the crown, Joey called for all the others to bring a gift of a horse, so that he could transform them, make an army made of raptors, of course. Then he made a treasure hunt to see who else would reign. Shrub one and told everyone to find 5 wolves to tame. The crown, Shrub now wears the crown. Shrub now wears the crown. Then she gave it to Catherine, who decreed that we take a flower to grow. And she hosted a contest, Quip cheated, took the crown for his own. Said that we should build a road to reach another land. Little did we know that this would be the last command. The crown. Whip now wears the crown. whip snatched the crown from Catherine's cold dead hands,
parkour one?
the heavens opened up and washed over the lands. The queen realized there was just one thing this could be, the unlikely fulfillment of another prophecy, which meant that if every prediction came true, it would spell the end for her and all the empires too.
The resolution of a never-ending feud brings unimaginable chaos that will destroy the world.
But a book is just a book, not an existential threat. So she went about her day and tried her best not to fret. King Joe placed the last block of his Mesa Mega Palace. The Ocean Queen stopped by to admire his building prowess. It's all coming together. This work of art is meant to last forever. Crystal Cliffs Academy was to welcome its first student.
So cool.
The Ocean Queen thought magic training could be rather prudent. It's all coming together. This newfound craft is meant to last forever. Conflict turns to conversation. Wrath gives way to laughter. I think this is a happy ever after.
Ever after.
Finally, Whip and Jimmy made a long-awaited pact. The cod war was forgotten.
So this, I don't remember this, chat. I don't know what this
There
is.
would be no more attacks. It's all coming together. These old bygones will now be gone forever. In a show of collaboration to close the final chapter, they put a salmon and a cod into the big reactor.
So this is how it happens. End of the world. Because the feud,
An unforeseen
Stop the
conclusion to the never-ending feud was the mightiest kaboom of the greatest magnitude. A moment or two later, all that stood there was a giant crater. Gremlins was in ruins, debris fell in crystal cliffs. House Blossom, it was split in half by many massive rifts. The end of the lost empire. The undergrowth was all consumed by fire. The crops ablaze, the swamps were raised, and then the blood sheep rained. The crystal cracked, Zornoth came back, and then the ocean drained. We're all falling together, forgotten and forsaken now forever. Pix has long been missing, Mesalia is fractured. All is lost. I think this is the rapture.
Sevens for Empire Season 1, chat. Oh, sevens.
How quickly chaos can descend. The prophecies came true in the end. The ocean's gone, and so is my power. All that remains is a lonely tower. As the waters wash away, I fall apart, my mind decays. The rapture broke my sacred connection. In time, I'll lose all recollection. I'm writing this down before it's too late. My memories are fading, I'll soon meet my fate.
Oh yeah, because she's gonna not be a fish again.
But don't you dare. Always remember the ocean's air.
Bro. She's no longer the blue axolotl. Let's go, Lizzie! Oh. What? Oh. Chat! What do you say to that? Okay, I'm just gonna state the obvious. Lizzie's best video ever. This was amazing. I love, you could literally not have ever seen any of Empires, and you could watch this and know all of it and be entertained, and it's a musical. Lizzie did such a good job singing. So again, the Blue Axolotl song, Deal with Destiny, that one was already from the actual episode, which is titled Blue Axolotl. We think that's a long name. We had Joel did a song on here for the royal wedding. I don't know who sang Zornoff, chat. Let me know who sang, or maybe is it on here? Who sang Zornoff? I've got to deal with destiny. Musical is an album of original music by LDShadowLady and Pakapum. Vocals, Pakapum lyrics, music. Zornoff vocals. It just says Zornoff. Orion Sound did vocals. Yeah, fam. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Chat, let me know what your favorite part of this was. There were so many. I think I gotta go. I think I gotta go with still just Deal with Destiny. Even though that was from the actual show, it is still so amazing. I love the Zornoff parts. It would have been, even though obviously Corpse was not in Empires, his voice would have fit that perfectly. It was insane. Amazing. Again, I'm really curious, did she film this like little bits and pieces here and there too when she was making the Empire season, knowing that she was gonna do this in the end? And if she did, amazing. Chat, this is her best episode, best video. I loved it. I had an absolute blast reacting to this. Make sure you show Lizzie some love by subscribing to her channel. And if you enjoyed my reaction, please help support the channel by smashing that subscribe and like button. It's absolutely free and it greatly helps out the channel. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, it's eat, sleep, and make beats, and as usual, be kind to one another. And that's all I got. Boom, I'm out. Got nothing but love for the sauce gang. Peace out. I love you guys.